You've all been voting, you've all been smashing the like button, you've all been smashing the vote button, and now we've seen a clear victory. Thanks to all of you guys, we have an 80% victory of the Margarita! Yeah!
We need some milk!
Yeah, the Margarita! So what we got for you today? We got an introduction, we got a beautiful introduction, we got the ingredients at first for what you need for the margarita, then we got the tutorial for you. Oh, it's getting smoky in here. And at the end we got a beautiful review, one of our world famous reviews, which you've all been waiting for. So without further ado, let's skip to the cocktail studio.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the cocktail studio. I'm Connor and I'm bringing you a little secret. The secret is I'm thirsty as shit. So I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. Not tell you a little bit of an origin story because the margarita, it has an amazing origin story. But I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm only gonna tell you what you need to have in your house to make this great cocktail so I can go straight to drinking it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is gin. You are now going to tell me, well actually, it's not made with gin, it's actually made with tequila. The thing is, I've been making this for a while. They're always the most ordered drink at every party. Just take it from me, people like it better with gin. You taste it one time with gin and actually for the rest of your life you're gonna have it with gin and you're gonna wonder why people still drink it with tequila. So, we get the tequila out there, we have some gin. Then, to have still a bit of those Mexican flavors that do have their place in a margarita, you're gonna need some agave syrup. And then, as a great final ingredient, lime. And then these are your three main ingredients for the taste. But actually this cocktail is much more than the sum of its parts. So what we're gonna need is a little bit of extra that to give it a real flair to it. What you're gonna need first to give the taste flair, you're gonna make a saline solution that's made with salt and water. In the how-to, I'm gonna show you how to actually do that. Then, to get the perfect presentation, we're gonna get a plate of sugar for the rim, eventually. And we're gonna do that while taking a slice of this great looking lime. And then just rubbing it on the rim, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. You will all see how this is going to be done. This is all you need. If you have this in your house, I'm going to invite you to make this cocktail right away with me. And now, for my favorite part, how to make that beautiful margarita. First thing you're going to need, or actually need, you don't really need these. This is a perfect margarita glass. It's made for margaritas. You can just put it in any glass, but when you want to impress your friends, I'd recommend one of these. So, what we're gonna do is basically, I'm gonna tell you first of all, steps that we're going to take. This little thing here is called a Boston shaker. The Boston shaker, what you do with it, you fill it with some alcohol, some ingredients, a little bit of ice to cool it off. You shake it, you shake it, you shake it, you shake it, and then at the end, you pour it into the glass. So, this glass, I'm just gonna set it aside for a little bit. It's only gonna be at the end where it's really going to take any value. First thing I'm gonna do is fill this baby up. So, I'm opening the Boston shaker, and first thing we're gonna need is we take one of those little gin glasses. This is, the reason I take these is because they are perfectly 1 ounce 30 mils. And also I think they look a lot better than those little, measuring cups that you usually have. So, you're gonna take this one, and it's There's a reason this margarita calls for 2 ounces of gin. So, we're taking the gin. We're filling this baby right up with a wand. Try to get as close to the rim as possible, because this thing filled completely to the rim is 30 mils. So you need as much of that as you can. Because otherwise you're just going to get a not as strong cocktail, and who would want that? So take that one, pour another one, try to get as close to the rim as you can, just as I already told you. And then pour it in as well. Then, as a last little thing, we're gonna need just a half of this, a half of the 30 ml, a half ounce, you could also say 50 mils, of agave syrup to get a good Mexican flavor in there. The reason because is, we're gonna use a lime, as I already told you. A lime is actually a very sour taste. It has a very sour taste to this. And agave syrup, it's a bit of like, it's honey without the animals. So you fill this one up halfway through. You gotta be a little bit generous with the halfway. And then take it and pour it in as well. And then the part where usually the most, well, how would you say that? The one that's most tedious, takes the most time, the lime. Okay, first thing I'm gonna teach you, a little bit of a bartender's trick to get this lime extra good. These babies here are filled with cells containing liquid. The best way to get this out is to destroy those cells. So you can do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. You can just take it, you can throw it against the wall, you can do everything with it. Don't take a bite out of it, that will ruin it, but furthermore, do as you will. So you take this one, actually get its real nice juice out. Got it. I usually recommend 1 times and a half, 1 times across, and then the last one across, and to have a little bit of a garnish, a final time across. This part is juice, this part at the skin, that's oil. And you want the juice to flow out and take the oil with it. So what you're gonna do is you turn the skin to the downside, to Mother Earth, press this, make sure the seeds don't fall in, but the juice just takes all that great oil with it, and then plunges in with our mixture of alcohol and agave syrup. You get a bottom of salt, like no more than this, and then you fill, let's say, you want to pour as much water in that you can't even see the salt. And I'm telling you, at this temperature, it really needs to dissolve completely. It only needs about a teaspoon of it. It's a very, very little bit of salt, but still it's gonna make a hell of a difference. So now you have this. You need a little bit more. You need some ice as well to get in there, because after all, it's a nice time to have your drinks all cooled as well. Pour it in. As we already told you in the previous video, you need a little bit of water in your cocktail, because otherwise it actually isn't a cocktail. So now, the shaker, it is ready. But there's only one thing we need to do. Remember that glass? Remember that little sugar trick I already told you about? You take the glass and you take the sugar. And take this little wedge of lime. And you just drape it across the rim. Like this. Like that, we have this beautiful little rim of sugar. So now you pour that in. These glasses are made for it, so you'll never go over the top. You take it like that. It already starts to look like something, but now you want that finishing touch. So you take it lime garnish, put it across the rim, just so that it can drape into the drink. And there you have it, the beautiful margarita.
The margarita. fan favorite actually. It's a nice choice. So this is actually a party cocktail. And also it tastes sour but also sweet. It tastes bitter but also sweet. You can not only take it down and sit with your friends and have a conversation with it, you can also take it to the floor and dance with it. You can have people sip from it. It's actually my favorite cocktail. What is your favorite cocktail? You can let us know by going to our website, ostrita.com, and then go to 2020 Party, and every week you can vote for your favorite cocktail. The winner, as you know, gets hosted on the show Cocktail Wars. But it gets even better than this, because the winner of the finals will be the welcoming drink of the next party. So you know it, we basically buy a shitload of ingredients.
We're probably on it.
And it's gonna be good. So with that, cheers guys. See you next time and happy voting.
Bye, have a great time.